Hello, good morning. Welcome to the last Buzz show of the year, the Christmas special. How's it come around so quickly? I don't know. But as always, I am not alone. I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Tom Parkinson. Welcome to our last one of 2024.
I know. I feel we should have been a bit more festive. I didn't really get the memo. No Christmas hats.
I've got a Christmas jumper on.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty festive.
I didn't get the memo, so apologies. I can't believe it's the last one. It seems to, now that we're every other week on a Friday, it kind of comes around super fast, but there isn't that many, it feels like. So I can't believe it's here. Before we go into the show, what's your Christmas Day tradition? How do you start your day? Tell us all about your Christmas Day.
Great question. Thank you so much for asking. So it used to be, I used to go and meet up with like loads of wider family, but since the pandemic, my mum, my dad, and my sister and I have just decided we really quite like having Christmas Day just us without any kids, because we can just get drunk. So we just wake up, we go for a walk, we have a few drinks, we play some games, we eat some food, we have more drinks, we open some presents. And I think you forget, you're like, oh, we're 4 adults with no reason to like need to be up at 6 a.m. and can just get wasted. And it's so fun. And so that's happened since the pandemic, and so I think that's exactly what's going to happen this year. And I put a post in the community saying, because also since the pandemic we decided not to do roast dinners. We've done like different cuisines each year, and this year we're doing like a Mexican themed like nachos and enchiladas and quesadillas, and like so making lots of different things so it still feels like a special occasion. But yeah, I'll probably be very drunk. That's my tradition. What about you?
I love your honesty. So Christmas has like massively changed since having Freddie now. So obviously I used to be that person. I absolutely like looking at the ceiling for more day than I was looking at anything else because of the drink in hand. But because I'm going to my in-laws, who basically are teetotal as a family, it's quite a weird Christmas. So we alternate Christmas, one with my family and one with Amelia's family. And then we do Boxing Day, like we swap kind of thing. So this year will be very family orientated and all about Freddie and the magic of Christmas and all of that good stuff. Lots of eating, but I shall be well behaved this year. I shall make up for it next year.
Yeah, absolutely. How old is Freddie now?
He's just coming up for 2, so he's starting to understand the magic. Not as much as maybe sort of 3-4-year-olds, but he understands a lot more than he did last year. So yeah, it's much more magical this year. Yeah.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I think I'm just getting in my time now where you can just not worry about anybody and get drunk at lunchtime.
You don't go out on Christmas Eve though. You're not one of those, just to be totally clear.
No, I haven't, but I have friends who do, and I do like the sound of it. But I've always not liked the idea of being hungover Christmas morning. That feels tough. But I'm sure there's lots of people who you hair the dog their way through it, and maybe that's how it should work. But no, I think I'm gonna have a drink, sure. But yeah.
I'll raise a glass to you. Shall we go into what would normally be the insight scoop?
Yes. However, I got cut off there. That's when you need to get things moving, when mid-sentence is moving along. So yes, usually we would cover some news stories of the week. However, for our special today, I'm giving you a Christmas quiz. And should you need any help during this time, you've got a friend you can call in Rich Ellis to help you out. But I think you'll be okay. So first question.
Should we just make sure, listeners, if you're watching and you think you're better than me, please comment, share it, pop it in there. It's a good opportunity for you to also like, share, and subscribe to the video.
Well done, Tom. So professional. Okay, question number 1. What country first started the tradition of putting up Christmas trees?
Oh, Now I'm testing myself. Right, so I think that it was something like Germany because they gifted us the Christmas tree.
He's 1 for 1. You nailed it. Congratulations. See, I knew you'd get it. I knew you'd be good. Okay, question number
I've peaked
2.
now. That's it. It's all downhill.
Well, that's fine. As long as you got the first one, everyone's going to think you're still competent. So even if it goes terribly wrong from here, you're fine. Okay, question number 2. What is Scrooge's first name?
Ebenezer?
Yeah, he's 2 for 2. Excellent. I'm feeling good. Okay, question number 3. In the song "The 12 Days of Christmas," what was the gift on the 7th day?
Swans are swimming?
Yeah. Oh my, you're nailing this. I'm very impressed, actually. Okay, you got 3 more. You didn't even need Rich. Okay, this one is a guess.
Sure.
And also, I think I had 2 different answers depending on what Google thing I searched. But what's the highest grossing Christmas film of all time?
This isn't like one of those die-hard answers where it's not really, it's a questionable Christmas film, is it?
It is a Christmas film.
Oh, this is one of those general knowledge questions you should know the answer to. I'm going to say Elf.
It's
Home
a good
Alone?
guess, but it's not right. It's not right. What did you say?
Home Alone?
Correct. I think that's
Gutted.
no. This, you wouldn't know it. If you got 6 for 6, then we would think you were Googling it yourself. So this is like your AI, you've accidentally slipped the wrong one in, so we know that you're not a robot. So that's very smart of you. Okay. Question number 5. How do you say Die Hard is a Christmas film? I've never actually seen it, but I'm aware of the debate. Maybe I'll watch it this Christmas, then it becomes a Christmas film. Next question. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Feliz
anymore.
Navidad. No more? Okay, that's probably for the best, isn't it? They've suffered enough.
Well, do you remember that time we started an episode with some karaoke? That was awful. Do you not remember when I said, "Oh, let's sing Erasure, A Little Respect," and it started from that, and it just like it grew arms and legs.
Did it? I have to get back and watch it.
It was obviously not
As
that
you
memorable,
can,
right?
all the previous episodes on the YouTube channel, so people can go and check it out. Last question for you before we throw things over to Rich, and that question is: there are 3 of Santa's reindeers that have names that begin with the letter D. Can you name all 3 of them?
Donna, Dasher, and Dancer.
He's Christmas personified. He's done so well. Well done, Tom Parkinson. I'm very impressed by that performance. How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I surprised myself, to be honest. I was quite pleased with that. Can we just be totally clear? We never teed this up beforehand. Like, I feel like it looked like we did tee it up a little bit now. So
I can genuinely say you didn't know you will be having a quiz until this morning. But I know you could handle it. And look at that. It was a fantastic performance.
Just to be totally clear,
You're sweating.
I was a bit stressed. I thought, what if I make an absolute fool of myself before Christmas, relating to Christmas? So I'm pleased with that performance, but I think it's a really good opportunity to...
Wait. I'm going to say, before you throw it over, just to highlight something that's happening in the community this week, because in case people are studying for exams, we've still got AF1 and AF4 group tutorials happening. So don't knock off just yet for Christmas. There's still stuff going on. What?
It was just an interesting choice of words there, Amelia. That's all I'm going to say. Watch it back and you decide for yourselves, everybody. But let's move on. Let's just move on, please. I am already close.
I don't know. Whatever you say. I think it's fine. I think you're the problem here. Before you have a break over Christmas, there's still group tutorials going on in the community. So make sure you check that out. Before Tom twists any more of my words, yes, let's throw things over and bring in our wonderful guest this week, which is Rich Ellis. Good morning, Rich. How are you
Good
doing?
morning. How are you?
Yeah, very well. I think
Good.
probably feeling better than you.
Yeah, well, it wasn't too late a finish on our lovely Christmas shenanigans yesterday, so I'm actually feeling pretty fresh today. So
Well, I'm
not too bad.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Very impressed.
I
Was it fun?
might have struggled a little bit with some. I'm glad Tom managed to get a lot of the questions right, because I think I would have struggled on the last one, reindeer one. I think I would have been all right with the others actually, but
I would have struggled on the reindeer one.
the
I thought that
reindeer
was
one,
quite hard.
yeah,
That's you
tricky.
forget all of their kind of much of a muchness. You've got Rudolph, but that's kind of it. The rest of them, they're like the backing dancers of a boy band.
Exactly. Yeah, they're the side dish, aren't they? Yeah.
Although I read a thing that said only they do or they don't have antlers or something, which means that they're all women. I saw a thing that said anatomically, biologically, the reindeers must be all women. So it's like a cool group of gals pulling Santa across the sky. Like that I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Santa's harem of reindeer women. We're here to talk about other Christmassy things to do with financial planning. First off, then, kicking things off, the year's kind of gone. It's been wild
Mad.
to me.
What's
the Smash Mouth song? The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Hit that one. They just keep going. They just do it again and again. But for you, this year, 2024, what's been something that stuck out as a particular win, or something that you're really taking away from this year? A big positive that's happened for you this year.
Ooh, I would probably say we've just got a great, it sounds really cheesy, but we've built a really great team. I'm really happy with the team that we've got. We're in a place where, we've had people that have come and gone since we've established the business. But this year, I just feel like we're in a really good space. We've got great diversity of thought and opinion across the team. And we're going into next year. I can't really say too much about it, but we will be adding to the team with someone else who will really help us kind of, promote the brand and the good work that we do as we move into next year. So really proud of what we've built, really, and how well everything that gels. It just feels great at the moment. So
and that's something that has come up quite often when I've spoken to different financial planners, people who are business owners. How do you recruit the right people? How do you know it's going to be the right people? And that kind of teething period it can be, where you're still trying to figure out what's the right combination of people. Are there anything that you have learned that you would do differently now when you're recruiting or hiring or interviewing? Are there any kind of tips that you could offer?
I mean, everyone makes mistakes, right? We've not got it sort of completely nailed down, but I'm a strong believer in kind of leading with values. So you have to kind of look at it through the lens of people that bring into your team have to sing to your values. And if there's any kind of thing in that initial kind of conversations that you have with somebody that makes you think, I'm not sure this isn't right, I think you really need to listen to your gut and just maybe not kind of, try and put that square peg in a round hole. I just think it's one of those things where you've just got to listen to yourself and go with your gut on it. So
for sure, it seems like it's very learn by doing as well. In order to work out what you do need, sometimes it go, okay, well, that wasn't quite right, and I'll learn from that. And that can be a tricky process. So it's really great that you seem to be in a place now where you're happy with the team and can move forward, because that's when you can really start growing and delivering a even better and better service, when you've kind of got that core team together, so you don't have to worry about it. But speaking of kind of that team and your colleagues, is there anything? I guess you mentioned a Christmas party, which they're dying out, I've heard. There's
really.
No,
I think surely not.
They're 50% less frequent than before the pandemic, I think. I saw that on BBC, so that's actually a verified source. The other sources I've used have been Google So I would question, but yeah, the Christmas party seems to be dying out. People are not in the office as much. I think the culture's not there.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do kind of around this time of year for the work space, I guess, your Christmas party, and then I'm going to move on to clients? But yeah, first of all,
yeah, we do a bit non-traditional. So I know you were talking earlier about what you were doing with your Mexican feast and stuff like that. I mean, we don't really do turkey and trimmings. We just, we went to a really nice steak restaurant. We started early. We closed the office. No one came in, and we just went out and rather embarrassingly, we were knocking on the pub door at 11:30 yesterday, asking them if they could open. So just we're sort of starting our engines earlier. So I'm I think we should definitely start some sort of movement to against the dying of the Christmas party, because I would definitely be really against that. I think it's really important within a team, especially a small team, and being that a lot of people are hybrid working or working from home. I think it's really important just to get everyone together pretty regularly to celebrate the wins. Jack passed his colleague Jack passed his driving test this week, so bit of a cheer for that. A couple of the people in the team had some really good client wins, so we were kind of cheers to that. And so it's really good to kind of appreciate and recognize those things as well as celebrate Christmas. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's really important.
I think I agree, and I think that the study was showing that if people are doing work Christmas parties now, a quarter of them people have to pay for themselves, and it was like, and that's then making it less common. And so it's an interesting space to be in. But yes, I think it would be a shame if they completely died out. But in terms of the client side of things, is there anything around the Christmas period that you will think about more with clients, that you'll do with clients to develop a relationship?
Yeah, so I mean, a couple of months ago we took the team out to a little Christmas tree farm in Bristol, and we did a bit of a cheesy photo shoot. So we kind of had some really nice images that we kind of sent out to our clients this week, sort of digitally, and we made some physical cards as well. And then I've got some time set aside next week. I've got some time blocked out where I kind of jump in my car, drive around and surprise people and go in and give them some nice mince pies and wine and presents and stuff. So that's, I think it's just a nice thing to do, sort of an unannounced, turn up unannounced with some gifts. Yes, little Santa run, I call it. Yeah.
That's a great idea. And that means a lot, I think, to clients as well. If you've gone out of your way, you're physically there, you physically decided to go to them. I think you feel valued, and that can only be beneficial moving into the new year, which I'm going to go to our last question now, because I could chat to you all day, Rich. We're running out of time. And that is, you've mentioned some things already about looking at next year. 2025, are there any goals, specific aims, things that you're thinking about when moving into the new year?
I just think it's kind of continuing to sort of build on the team, and bringing someone in as a new role to help us be a bit more creative in creating social proof. Things like client videos and things like that is something that we're focusing on quite a bit. And also just kind of, I don't think we're looking to sort of do anything completely left field or out of the box, but I just think it's continuing to grow, continuing to build, and remember, and to do it the right way. So, having fun. I know it sounds silly, but we want to do good work, but we want to create a great place for people to, a safe space for people to come and work and enjoy themselves. So remembering to have fun is really key, I think, going into next year.
Yeah, for sure.
We're all busy. We're all busy, right? We're all busy, right? So I think it's just important just to kind of, remember that it's it's good to sort of, take time out and have some fun at times as well.
Absolutely. And I think that's a perfect place to end, because that's what Christmas is, the only time of year where people do shut their laptops for a while. Tom's back. Welcome to the conversation, Tom. Christmas is the only time of year where you're not going to come back to crazy amounts of emails because people are going to take that time off, as we are. But Tom, you had something to say about the Christmas parties seemingly as well before I sign off.
Honestly, they've got to continue. It's an outrage. It's just my
An
honest
outrage.
opinion. I just think, it's really important that teams have team spirit. We're all there trying to do the best for our clients and get great outcomes. So, a bit of celebratory time is really important. As Rich said, having some fun. We are allowed to have fun. We're such a profession, but actually we are allowed to let our hair down and have some fun. And I think sometimes we never allow ourselves that. So I think it's important personally, and love the Christmas gifts as well. Rich, what a lovely idea as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that is all we've got time for on this last Christmas special of the Buzz. So all that remains for me to say is thank you so much to Rich for joining us. Thank you so much to Tom for hosting with me. And thanks to you guys for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And we will see you in the new year. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Amelia.
Bye.